Hi, this example shows the cache transaction using Java synchronization concept in multi-threading. While a thread is executing currently a synchronized method in a program, the remaining threads also try to invoke the same synchronized method or any other synchronized method that is using the same object which is using in this synchronized method. At that scenario, the threads which are trying to invoke the same synchronized method or another synchronized method with the same object has to wait until the completion of currently running thread. For example, you assume we are having three threads T1, T2, T3. In this, you assume that we are having a synchronized method, single synchronized method 1. This is using the object obj. So at that time, here the when it is currently accessing the synchronized method 1, which is using the object this one, then at the same time T2 and T3 also may try to access the same synchronized method. So this is not possible during the accessing of synchronized method by the current which is currently using by the T1 here. So this has to wait until the completion of the thread T1. And another scenario is here, you assume that same three threads are there but two synchronized methods are available here, but both are using the same object. This is also using the object obj. So at that time, here you assume that T1 is accessing the synchronized method 1 with the obj, right? So currently which is running in the CPU, right? So at that time, if T2 and T3 to try to access the synchronized method 2, but this synchronized method 2 also having the access of obj. So this will check is this obj is accessing currently by any one of the thread. Yes, it is now currently executing the T1, right, which is using the obj. So this also cannot access currently because of it is running by the CPU, I mean T1 in the CPU. So this T2 and T3 has to wait until the execution completion of this T1 which is using the obj. After completion of this T1, then only the T2 or T3, right, anyone can use the synchronized method 2 which can access the object obj. So like this we have to make another threads to wait until the completion of the currently running thread in the synchronized method. So this example can have the bank transaction. Here Jay and Abhi both are having a savings bank account, that is joint account, so both can deposit and withdraw the amount by using this one. So here they are withdrawing the money from different ATMs at the same time. For example, at 10 o'clock 1 minute and 5 seconds, both are trying to withdraw the money from different ATMs. The scenario is here, both are not knowing that not knowing each other, like withdrawing the money. Okay, so both are unknowingly they are withdrawing the money at the same time, right, in different ATMs. What will be the issue will happen here? The assumption is here each transaction is occurring independently through different threads. That means two different ATMs they are using, ATM1 and ATM 2, and which is savings bank account. So both are accessing the same account, SB account. Okay, so here when the Abhi is accessing through the ATM2 and J is accessing the same account through the ATM1, so both are accessing the same account. At that time, here you see both are working independently, right here. That means this is thread 2, this is thread 1. So both threads are independently working on the transaction. Since both transactions are unaware of another, that means both are not knowing that they are going to take the money at the same time. So this issue will lead to inconsistent states. Okay, inconsistent in the sense, here the account may have 10,000 rupees. So yeah, J also may want to take 10,000 rupees, and Abhi also want to take 10,000 rupees, but the balance is available in the account is 10,000 rupees. So the if both are taking the 10,000 rupees, then bank will lose the money. So it will should not happen here. Once any one of the person is taking this money in the name of in milliseconds or microseconds, who are locking this, that means who are accessing this account, at that time it has to make the lock, okay, to that particular thread, then remaining thread cannot access the account at that say at that time. So that should be done by using the programming. So here, how to avoid that situation? That situation can be avoided by using synchronization method. That means once the person, whoever it is, in the microseconds are accessing that savings bank account, then immediately lock will be provided. That means synchronization lock will be provided to that particular transaction thread. Then another thread, so that means this is the currently running thread in the account. Then another thread, if trying to access the same account, then they have to wait until the completion of currently running thread. So that is the concept here. This can be done by using the synchronization method. So the first person J wants to withdraw the cash from his account, then the thread T1 is responsible for handling the transaction will get the lock, that is exclusive lock or mutual exclusion lock, that is called concurrency mechanism, which ensures that another person T2 Abhi cannot access that particular synchronization method concurrently. So that will be handled by using synchronization concept. So here I am giving the example. Account is created with class name, then balance is the private variable, then constructor is given just which is assigning the amount into the balance. Depositing amount is assigned to the variable balance. Then I am creating the synchronized method. The keyword synchronized indicate that this method is synchronization concept based method, which is having two variables as arguments. One is indicating the balance and another one is t name, thread name. And inside that I am giving the delay for 1000 milliseconds, whichever thread is handling this method. Then if there is any interruption occurred, then that will be handled by interrupted exception. Now the balance here we are going to give. So for example, here I am assigning 10k, then 10k will be here. Withdraw amount, here withdraw amount is passing some argument. Suppose I am taking 5k, then 5k will be deducted here. So 5k, 10k minus 5k, the remaining balance will be given here based upon the arithmetic operation. Then just I am displaying balance remaining after t name. So here I will pass some t name, like example t1, thread t1, or thread t1 we can say here is j. Okay, j I am passing here, then that name will be displayed. Then withdraw, okay, j withdraw balance, how much he is withdrawing, 5,000. So 5k equal to, then remaining balance here it will display 10 minus 5, which is displaying remaining balance 5k. So like this arithmetic operation is displaying here. And I am creating one more class joint account, which is also having the features of thread concept by implementing runnable interface, which is a built-in interface in the multi-threading concept. Then I am creating account object. Just this account class is receiving the value through the constructor and assigning the value to this variable account. Now the thread whichever when we are calling, then it will invoke the run method. The action here performing is the withdrawing amount, which is passing through the method. This method is synchronized method, which is given here, that is taking care of this withdrawing amount 15,000. Then thread name, here thread name we have to get from the thread calling, right? When you are calling the thread, you have to pass this thread name. Okay, so that is here given as per the method. Currently running thread name is assigned to the variable t name. Okay, it will give the thread name currently running on the CPU. So now I am defining the transact class for the driver class, which is having main method. Then I'm using the scanner class for getting runtime input. Then enter the amount to deposit, right? So here I'm entering the amount to deposit. Just I'm receiving the runtime input 1,60,000. So here I'm receiving 1,60,000. After that, that 1,60,000 is passing over here. Then this is assigned to the variable a1. So account, the account is the constructor here, you see, which is receiving the amount, right? Which is receiving the amount here 1,60,000, right? That is assigned to here. So now current balance is 160k, right? 1,60,000, right? So now as per that, we are having the balance is 1,60,000. Then you look at that, we are trying to create the object for joint account, which is taking the amount here 1,60k. So as per this statement, the object partner 1, right? So partner 1 is here we are calling, right, that joint account. Here we are passing that 1,60k. As of now, this place here, this object is taking the joint account constructor, where we are getting 1,60k. Right now, another one object also we are passing, right? So here you look at that, this is also taking 1,60k, right? So now thread T1 is created with respect to the class thread. So thread features are available in the multi-threading concept based class. Then here I am taking the partner 1. So partner 1 is having 1,60,000 amount. Okay, so this amount is carrying out here. Then thread name is passing. This is the thread constructor abi, right? We are calling that. So now you see, when you are calling this, right, it will pass the value this one. At the same time, we are calling this one partner 2, then j. Here both are started within the microseconds. Here you see customer name j, customer name abi, they both are trying to access get the money 15,000 based upon here withdrawing money 15,000 withdraw amount. Whenever this is called, okay, the T1 and the T2 within the microseconds, you see first J is getting, so thread 2 is getting the access control. So it is invoking the run method. In the run method, here what we are having in this method, 15,000 is passing over the currently running thread. Currently running thread is here j, then customer name is here j, the withdrawing amount is 15,000. So both values are passing over here 15k, then j. Then now this is calling the synchronized method. You see, synchronized method, then that lock will be automatically provided by the Java runtime environment to this method. It cannot access by another thread here T1. So T1 has to wait until the completion of thread T2. So even though it is introducing 1000 milliseconds delay, the T1 will not release the CPU for the T2. That means it will not release the object. It will not release the object here partner 1. Okay, so here partner 1 is the object. It cannot be released. This partner 1 is having the object value A1. You look at here, right? Partner 1, which is accessing the object a1, right? So a1 will not be released by this thread or object before completion of the thread t2, right? So here you look at that, just I'm explaining once again. So here thread t2 is accessing as per this uh, example. So the t2 is here having the thread name is j. So now it is occupying the object a1. So now it will get the synchronization lock. Okay, so because this is using the method here, run method. Inside the run method, we are getting the withdraw. Withdraw is synchronization method. So now T2 is using the A1. Okay, it will not be released until the successful completion of T2. Okay, then only it will release the A1 for the T1, right? So that's what the transaction here which is carrying. Then T2 is releasing the A1 object here. Then only T1 will get the A1, right, for its execution, because here the as per the synchronization concept, so once J is accessing the particular object A1, then that will be locked by using synchronization concept. Then only it will be released by the T2, right, here. Then it will give the accessibility to the T1 which is using the same object A1 here. So based upon that, here first the customer J is accessing the amount 15,000, I mean withdrawing the amount 15,000 from the 160k, then remaining amount is displaying as per this action portion. Okay, so here 160k minus 15k, then remaining is 145k. So that is what displaying here. You look at that 145k. Then remaining amount is the 1,30,000. So now that's A1 is updated here. Okay, initially it was carrying 160k, now it will carry 145k because balance is updated now. So now this is carrying one, sorry, not this one is carrying 145k. So now the with that 145k, here it will call the method here, right, that 145k is passing. Then here withdrawing amount is 15k, and thread name is here Abhi. I mean second time thread T1 is calling this. So for this amount here Abhi is the name, and here balance is that means balance means this one, withdrawing amount 15k, right? So in this place, this 160k is already updated as a 145k after this one. Okay, after this statement, right? Now again which is calling the method. So in this one 145k minus 15k, now the balance is updated as 130k. That will be the value of here balance. Okay, that's what you look at here. We are getting the balance as a 130k. So like this, when you are using threads, right, with the synchronization concept, the object will be getting the log by using synchronized concept, and it will release after the successful completion of particular thread. Then only it will allocate to the another object, so another thread. So the thread which is currently running, that will completed successfully, then only another thread can use that particular object which is used by the currently running thread T1. Thanks for watching.